Pokemon World Championships 2024 just happened, if the video is uploaded when it's supposed to. And as every year happens, I wish I could compete in the Pokemon Super Bowl. To be named a real Pokemon Master would just validate the absurd amount of outdated Pokemon knowledge I know. It would be super cool to just get out of the house and go somewhere where every corner you look at, you see Pokemon. And I've been playing Pokemon for many years. But even after all that time, I probably won't sign up to a Pokemon tournament any day and tell you that I'll successfully win. I'll sign up for one, sure. It will be a good experience, and then I can say I had a professional Pokemon career. I had a Smash Brothers one once, so who says I can't have a Pokemon one? So hey, if anyone's out there, I'll join your invitational. I might not win, but I'll have a good time. I might not be close to a good Pokemon competitive trainer, but I do know how to beat the games. So that has to account for something. So with that little knowledge, I'm gonna try to build a team I would take to the Pokemon World Championships or any Pokemon tournament really. I'm gonna try to pick Pokemon that I think would work competitively and Pokemon that I like. And to make it more fun, no legendaries. Yeah, let's make it hell for me so I don't make it past the first battle. So with all of those rules stated, here's the Pokemon team I came up with. Disclaimer, I did the most amount of research I could, I really tried. So if I missed something, please, no, I don't proclaim to be a Pokemon Master. Thank you. My first Pokemon would be Togekiss. I was honestly surprised when I discovered that Togekiss is a very viable Pokemon. So I am more than happy to put it on my team. Back in Generation 6, when it got the Fairy type, I was so happy it made this Pokemon evolution line all the more desirable. You guys know how much I love Togepi, so of course I'll have my evolved Togepi here. The moves it would have would be Dazzling Gleam, Air Slash, Psychic, and Attract. Because of Togekiss's amazing special attack, Dazzling Gleam felt like a no-brainer to take all those Dragon and Dark types. Air Slash is there for the Bug and Grass types, Psychic mostly to be able to handle Ghost types if it were needed, and Attract because it would come really handy to be able to stun our opponent for just a brief moment, and to make sure it can pack a better punch, their ability would be Super Luck, so it's easier to land a critical hit. Togekiss is mostly here to be an all-rounder, a Pokemon with amazing special attack and very good defenses that can attack most of the really tough types out there. Especially since most of the strongest Pokemon are dragons, I think having a strong Fairy type in your team is an absolute necessity. My second Pokemon would be my jack of all trades, Stoutland. I've read in the past about how good normal type Pokemon are, and even before my fascination with normal type started, I've always thought of Stoutland very highly, mostly because of its decent defense and amazing physical attack. It can hit like a bus if you're not ready for it. And because of the accessibility to its grand move pool, if I were to go to a tournament, it would have a very diverse moveset. It would be having Fire Fang, Electric Fang, Ice Fang, and Crunch. I thought it was a no-brainer to give it the Elemental Fangs, so it's able to hit about 10 Pokemon types super effectively, and with its physical attack, it would have hit so hard. And not only that, having the ability to burn, freeze, or paralyze a Pokemon would just be the icing on the cake. And to make sure the Pokemon won't hit them too hard, its ability would be Intimidate. Stoutland would be there to pack the meanest of punches. It doesn't have the best defense when you compare it to the rest of the team, but unless the opponent has a fighting type, Stoutland might have the ability to pack a mean punch, or bite in their case. This is once again your reminder that normal type Pokemon should not be slept on. Hot take, but I think no Pokemon team is complete without an evolution. I mean, they didn't make all those evolutions for you to not pick one. I think if it was any normal Pokemon run, I would pick Sylveon in a heartbeat since it's an amazing Pokemon, but since we already have a Fairy type in our team, I went with Umbreon. Honestly, I think the spot could have gone to Espeon as well, but I am more of a defensive player myself. And with Umbreon's amazing normal and special defenses, they are going to be the defensive member of our team. And to defend our name, Umbreon will be having Crunch, Shadow Ball, Light Screen, and Confuse Ray. Crunch is to be able to attack all the Ghost and Psychic types. Shadow Ball kind of as well. Light Screen is to create an even better defense for themselves and the rest of the team if needed. And Confuse Ray is just there to mess with people. Again, having the ability to stall an attack, I will be more than happy to have it. And for its ability, I'll give it Inner Focus. Really because it was the best ability it can have, in my own professional opinion. I like Umbreon, I like its aesthetic, and what a trooper it is when it comes to taking hits. Do I wish it could hit a little harder? A little bit. But it's still a great Pokemon nonetheless. Hopefully it will prove that defense really is the best offense. Keeping it dark lit, my next Pokemon is going to be Chandelure. Again, it's a Pokemon whose aesthetic I adore and whose evolution line is pretty much awesome design-wise. I love every evolution stage to different degrees and ways, and knowing it's a very viable Pokemon when it came to my Pokemon runs, it was a very easy choice to select Chandelure as a member for my team. For its moves, it's going to have Flamethrower, Shadow Ball, Psychic, and Dark Pulse. Since it has an amazing special attack, I decided to give it pretty much just darker type moves compared to Togekiss. Flamethrower and Shadow Ball since it's their type, Psychic to handle any fighting type with no problem since they can't hit a ghost type, and Dark Pulse for coverage with Psychic or ghost type if needed. And just to be sure we can hit them in unexpected ways, its ability is going to be Flame Body. Chandelure is here to be the opposite of Togekiss, a dark Pokemon whose special attack can hit like a bus and cover Togekiss in any types they do not cover. Also, they kind of look neat next to Umbreon, what can I say? Since we already have offensive and defensive Pokemon in the team, I think having a Pokemon that can mess with the opponent by affecting their status conditions would be a good way to mess with them. So welcome to the team, Roserade! It's a Pokemon I don't normally use, but I've always admired its impressive special attacks and very cool design. Roserade is going to have the following moves: Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Toxic Spikes, and Dazzling Gleam. The main thing I want Roserade to be able to do is poison the opponent's Pokemon, and I mean all of them, hence Toxic Spikes. Sludge Bomb as well for a good measure, but mainly to attack any pesky fairy types. Giga Drain is for any rock, ground, and water Pokemon, and any move that heals mine Pokemon is always a plus. And Dazzling Gleam is mostly there to be able to have another Pokemon that can use a fairy type move. And since we really want the opponents to be poisoned, its ability is going to be Poison Point. If Roserade is able to poison a Pokemon badly, I will be very happy, and Roserade did their job. I like playing with my opponent's status conditions, what can I say? And finally, the last member of our team, Lapras. Lapras is not only a very adorable Pokemon, but it also has some alright stats. Realistically, Lapras is only here to cover all the other types the rest of the team does not cover, so its moveset is going to be Ice Beam, Surf, Drill Run, and Dragon Pulse. Surf is there if any fire, rock, and ground type Pokemon are there. Ice Beam for any flying or dragon type primarily. Drill Run for any electric type. And Dragon Pulse because having a dragon type move never hurt anyone. Lapras is probably the weakest member of our team, so hopefully with Shell Armor it's able to be protected from any critical hits. But at least we have full coverage from all Pokemon types now. It probably isn't the best team, but without any professional help, I think that would be the team I would sign myself for a professional Pokemon tournament. Don't know how far I'd make it, but I like to think I'd have fun time and learn from just being there. Maybe one day in the future I'm able to travel just to immerse myself in a place full of Pokemon stuff for a couple of days and get lots and lots of merchandise. But till that day comes, I will fantasize about that day coming as I sit in my chair and play Pokemon in the comfort of my bed. Maybe that will be my team for Worlds in 2025. Who knows? It'd be kinda cool. I mean, I have no way of qualifying, but hey, we can always manifest. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more unprofessional opinions your way from yours truly. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye!